Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Imola for the opening race of the 2025 LMU Multi-Class Championship. A technical, unforgiving circuit with rich history. A new name takes its place on the grid today: Phoenix Racing. Bold, unproven, ambitious. Starting 6th in the Corvette LMGT3R. This is more than a debut, it is a declaration. To survive the opening storm, to fight wheel to wheel, and to prove they belong among the contenders for the crown. The lights are out and the first battle of the season is underway. He's got a run on the Lexus ahead, looks to the outside, but the Lexus holds firm and Phoenix has to back out of it. Wheels touch the grass, braking late into Tamburello, and there's contact, just a touch to the rear of the Lexus there, but that's going to cost him momentum on the exit. Hodenius sees the gap, dives past into turn 2.
That's nothing to worry about.
Tough start for Phoenix, losing out after that opening clash. Here comes Gattuso in the Mustang. It's launched up and over. That was tight. Maybe he thought he had a bit more clearance. Now, down into Toza. Phoenix holds the inside line. The Mustang claws right back, clinging to the bumper of the Corvette. Racing Phoenix has nearly a second to make up to Hodenius in that Mercedes. Behind Gattuso in the Mustang is right there, filling the mirrors. The pressure is on. Up at the front, it's Harvey who's taken control of the race, setting the early pace. The field is settling into rhythm after the opening lap. But Phoenix in the Corvette is far from done. Remember, they're running a low downforce setup today. Not the fastest through the corners, but it gives them the straight line speed to fight back on the runs to Tamburello and down toward Rivazza. Racing Phoenix holds 6th place. The job now, regroup, shake off that tough opening and start clawing back toward Hodenius on the straights.
Decent start, we can work with this. Gap to man ahead is now 0.6.
The Corvette just 4/10 back from Hodenius as they approach the chicane. He shows a little dummy to the inside, just keeping the Mercedes unsettled, letting him know he's there. Down the hill and onto the straight toward Rivazza. Here comes Phoenix. He pulls alongside. Hodenius isn't giving up, holding his ground on the inside line. Phoenix has to think better of it and backs out. Rivazza isn't where you want to risk going too wide this early, but this is where that setup comes alive. The Corvette has the straight line speed. Heading down the pit straight, Hodenius tries to squeeze him to the inside, making life as difficult as possible into Tamburello. But Phoenix won't be denied. He muscles back to the racing line just before the braking zone. That is perfect execution. Phoenix has the momentum and completes the move. Phoenix is up into 5th place now and the hunt is on. He's locked onto the rear of Gehrsitz. That's one of the 2 Lexus teammates running ahead. The Corvette looks menacing in the mirrors, waiting for that next chance to strike. They're into Rivazza once more, but this time Phoenix shows patience. That's the smarter play after the scare earlier. Up front, it's still Hardy leading the way. 3.5 seconds clear of this battle. Phoenix has work to do if he wants to close that gap. But first, he's got to clear the Lexus pair. Down through Variante Bassa, the Corvette slips by Gehrsitz in the Lexus. A much smoother move compared to the fight he had with Hodenius last lap. That puts Phoenix solidly into 4th place. Rhythm is coming together now, patient at Rivazza and using the straight line speed where it matters. We're on board now with Sean Gehrsitz in the McLaren. Ian James in the Aston Martin is mowing the grass on the inside of Tosa. He just keeps it under control, but that's messy. Up the hill to Piratella, and Gehrsitz takes advantage. He slides the McLaren past James. A clean move on the inside as the Aston struggles to recover. But hold on, drama up ahead. A Hypercar sends it late on the brakes, clatters the curb and it's gone wrong. The car is facing the wrong way, right in the middle of the track. Another Hypercar caught up as well. That one's parked out on the grass but manages to get rolling again. And somehow, Jalal and James thread the needle. Both cars slip through the chaos untouched. That could have been huge, but they survive it. Heart-in-mouth stuff here at Imola. We're riding on board with Cairoli as well. Harthy leaves the door open at Variante to let one through. Another hypercar arrives, making it 3 wide into the braking zone. Cairoli takes the outside on Harthy, but just hesitates, and that keeps the BMW in front. Up the hill to Piratella. Cairoli shows the nose, piling on the pressure as this battle rages at the front. But 2 more hypercars storm past. Harthy wisely yield to let them through, but that compromises his line. Cairoli's right back onto his tail. And we're riding with Lopez in the Lexus as he hunts down Cairoli's Mercedes. Hypercars flashing by into Variante Alta. Cairoli's line is compromised and Lopez pounces immediately. The Lexus dives to the inside out of the chicane, gets the power down clean, and meanwhile Phoenix just behind has a huge moment. The Corvette snaps sideways on exit, nearly losing the rear but somehow catching it. Lopez has the momentum and completes the move, and Phoenix is still hanging on in that Corvette. The Corvette dives late into turn 14. Cairoli locks up and Phoenix slips through. What a pass! The Phoenix racing car is absolutely on fire, carving through the field. Incredible racing halfway through this race, but it's not over yet. Still a long way to go. A hypercar flashes down the inside, out of Rivazza. Phoenix has to leave the space and that ruins his exit. The Corvette skates wide into the gravel. He gathers it back, but Cairoli's got the momentum. Side by side, they thunder past the pit entry. Corvette versus Mercedes, wheel to wheel. But Phoenix just edges ahead into Tamburello, slamming the door shut at turn 2. Phoenix Racing is showing resilience and raw pace in their debut run. Still plenty of racing ahead, but the Corvette is showing potential for what's in store this season. The Corvette's been shadowing Lopez for a lap and a half, and here we go again. Lopez twitches on exit of turn 12, just a little wobble, and Phoenix seizes the chance. Big run up the hill on the inside, but will be the outside, coming up to the Variante Alta chicane. Phoenix noses ahead, but Lopez brakes later. Oh my!
Good pass. Second. All right, you got this.
Almost contact through the chicane, elbows out, no one giving an inch. Lopez goes harshly over the curbing. Should Lopez have backed out? Should Phoenix have given him more space? That's racing. Decisions have to be made by these drivers in a split second. Phoenix chasing down Harthy for the class lead into turn 1. And another cosmetic touch-up on the Corvette. But Phoenix holds on, keeps the focus and powers on despite the chaos around him. Into Villeneuve. And drama up ahead. Harthy caught out by another hypercar lunging past. He doesn't see it coming, and the rear snaps loose, spinning him around. Phoenix regrouping now, still locked onto Harthy with just a few laps remaining. A quick look at the battle to place in the top 10. Boguslavski in the BMW has a run on Sousa down the main straight. Sousa runs him wide at the pit exit, touches grass, but leaves too much room for the BMW. Boguslavski sneaks by into turn 1 to complete the overtake. Phoenix closing fast. The Corvette glued to the rear wing of Harthy's BMW as they climb toward Variante Alta. Both LMGT3s are sandwiched between 2 hypercars at the chicane. Harthy remembers what happened earlier, this time leaving space for them to blast through on the run down to Rivazza. Phoenix stays patient, knows the Corvette's strength is coming. That main straight is where the hammer drops. Phoenix winds it up out of Rivazza, shadowing the BMW. down the straight, past the Ferris wheel. Here we go! The Corvette feints to the outside. Harthy bites, swings back to the inside, side by side into Tamburello. Harthy throws a hard cut across. The BMW lifting 2 wheels off the tarmac to try and regain first. Phoenix Racing completes the overtake and takes the lead. Epic events here at Imola.
Keep doing what you're doing. You're in the lead.
Here we go then. Final lap at Imola, and Phoenix Racing still leads the LMGT3 field. The Corvette blasts across the line. One more tour of this historic circuit to seal what has been an unforgettable debut. Through Tamburello for the last time. Smooth, controlled. Hard to believe that's the same corner where the race began in chaos for Phoenix. Brushing the grass, tapping the Lexus, and dropping to 7th. From those shaky opening meters, he's rebuilt the entire story of this race. Harthy still clinging on in second, waiting for any slip. But Phoenix looks calm. Clean on entry, steady on the throttle. No risks, just execution. Behind him, the BMW looms in the mirrors. But that's all it is now. A shadow that won't catch him. Through Acque Minerali, down the hill, braking hard, riding the curb, and up again with the V8 hammering away. Every lap, Phoenix has threaded the needle here, avoiding incidents as Hypercars flashed through. This time, no drama, just a clear path to glory. Now into Variante Alta, where Lopez tried to hang on earlier, and where Phoenix nearly lost it in the shuffle of prototypes. Pushing downhill one last time. Rivazza awaits the final braking zone. Phoenix tips it in, steady on the inside curb, patience on throttle. No mistakes, no risks, just the weight of a race well fought. The crowd rises. The Corvette roars out of Rivazza. The finish line ahead. And Phoenix Racing, on debut, crosses the line to win in LMGT3.
See you in victory lane.
From 6th on the grid, from chaos to control, from fire to triumph, Phoenix Racing has risen.